to our 5th session of Spring Qigong. Revive your inner maiden and let the dragon carry you. And in this session, we are going to embody and activate the tree of life. And trees live for a very, very, very long time. They are master teachers, living bodhisattvas. And why they're able to live for so long is because they are connected to all their sources all the time. They know how to root into the earth. And so as we're activating it now, I'm inviting you now just to start to feel your feet on the earth, and you feel your roots start to activate. And trees, when they root into the earth, they're connected to the soil. They're held by the earth. They're connected to the life forms in the soil, connected to the water. They're in communion with the other trees. Trees are connected to the source of wind. When the wind blows, they undulate and wave and stretch and bend. They're flexible. And because they're so deeply rooted, they're strong and flexible and they're resilient. And trees are always connected to the light. Whether they have leaves or not, they're connected to the sunlight, the moonlight, the starlight, the cosmic light, always connected to all their sources. That is the primary teaching of this session as we activate the tree of life in our bodies, as we stand between earth and sky as an axis Mundi, with the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. And so as we're standing here, we're about to cross into our sanctuary, into our threshold, cross the threshold. And my question for you is, knowing we are nourished when we're connected to all of our sources, and considering your intention, your overarching intention for your spring practice, what needs to be laid down or cleared away so you can be connected to all your sources and be fully nourished? And as that comes to you, I invite you to bring your hands and feet together and give a humble bow and feel yourself setting it down. Just taking it, removing it from you and placing it on the earth and putting it in the compost pile so it can be composted. And once you do that, just bow a little deeper, soften just a little more, and letting the top of your head, the top of your crown go toward the earth, and just empty out your thinking mind, the trying to figure it out mind, the needing to know, setting that down. And once you feel like that exchange has happened, you can, with your own breath and your own time, you can breathe yourself into this present moment by filling your body up with life force, breathing up as if you can even breathe it up through your roots if you want. Filling up your roots and your trunk, filling up the base of your spine, filling up your vertebra, your rib cage as you unfurl like a seedling in springtime, rising like a sapling toward the light. And when you're ready, you can step across the threshold into our sanctuary. And in this session, we normally start with 7 stars tapping, but we're going to do something a little bit different. And just for time's sake, we're going to do our wrist and our ankles together at the same time. Normally, I would be really luxurious, but we're going to be in your body and go ahead and shift your weight to one side and come up on to your left toe. And then just gently make some circles. And even though we're doing our wrist and ankles, you're going to bring your mind inside your joints. And you're going to move at a rate and rhythm that feels really good. And as you're making these circles in your wrists and ankles, you're polishing your joints like precious gems. You're oiling them. And now let this energy start to rise up from your wrists and your ankles up into your elbows and start to include your elbows and your knees. You got to get creative here, right? You got to start to move in new ways. Your breath is soft. There's a gentle smile on your face and a gentle smile in your heart. One foot is rooted in the earth, top of your head is lifted, and the rest of you is coiling. And this energy is rising up into your hips and your shoulders now. You're bringing more of you here, opening up your limbs and your roots. And now let this energy pour back down your legs, down your arms, making your movement a little bit smaller, and then we'll go the other direction, that same side, but just go the other direction. Come back into your wrist. And as you're doing this, smooth, soft, circular. Draw the energy up into your elbows and knees. Energy rising, sap rising. A gentle power rising, and aliveness rising up into your hips, up into your shoulders. Smooth, circular, awakening. And now let this movement pour back down to your knees and elbows and down into your wrists. And let this movement start to come to completion on that side. And if you want, you can shake it out. And then when you set it down with intent and purpose. And you root down. As you root down, you stand up at the same time and you come up onto your toe. And then you bring your mind inside your wrist joints and inside your ankles. And once your mind is inside, then you start to uncoil, awaken, and activate. Polishing, smoothing out your wrist and ankles, sending them love and appreciation. And draw that energy up into your elbows and knees. Spiraling. Up into your hips. Moving in new creative ways. Silly ways that make you smile. And let this energy pour down your arms, down your legs. Down, down, down until you feel ready to go the other direction. Yeah. Feeling this aliveness, this awakening of life. Up into your elbows, up into your knees. Up into your hips. starting to move your whole body. And now let the energy pour back down. Pour back down, all the way down your elbows, down into your wrist. You gotta shake it, and then set it down. Root down. Bring your awareness back inside your body. Your eyes can be open, but also kind of still looking inward. Rooting down, standing tall. Bring your awareness now into your hips. And we're going to make small hip circles. So in the beginning, this is a very meticulous, precise circle. So when you inhale, your pelvis goes back. And on that same part of the inhale, it goes to the left. And then as you exhale, it comes forward to the right. Inhale back. And really take your time, your precious attention and awareness, and bring it inside your pelvis as you're polishing your pelvic bowl. You're blessing yourself from the inside out. You're like oiling your cast iron cauldron, shining it up, tending to it. And this is such a rich, vast place. It's easy to linger here because you can go to the innermost sanctum of your being. And with this next movement, we're going to start to spiral out. And with this movement, you could eventually spiral to the farthest edges of the universe if you so choose. But for now, we're going to just simply work with our body, and now we're spiraling out to the edge of our form, to the edge of what feels comfortable to our bodies, with smooth, round, gentle circles. And you're incorporating your whole torso, your hips, your back, your legs, your waist. With your breath, inhaling back, exhaling forward. Beautiful. Go as far and as wide as you want to go. And now I invite you to start to spiral back to your center. Just each circle gets a little smaller. And a little slower. A little softer. Until you're back to those small, meticulous circles. And even those circles get smaller and softer. And now what happens is your outer body finds stillness, but internally you're still spiraling the energy. And then you let that internal spiral come to rest. And just linger here for a moment. And when your body naturally starts to move, we're going to do the same thing in the other direction. Inhaling, your pelvis goes back to the right. Exhaling to the front and to the left. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Small, meticulous, round, mindful circles where you're putting your attention and your awareness here. Like you're polishing a precious singing bowl or a crystal bowl, something so precious to you. And now start to gradually spiral outward. And as you do, you're incorporating your whole body now. You're moving your belly and your hips and your waist and your thighs and your back. You're still making smooth circles. Yeah. Going as big and as far as you want to go. Have these few circles go to your edge. And now start to spiral them back. Start to come back home. Home to your center. And start to spiral back to your small circles. Make these circles small and soft. And make them even slower and softer and smaller until your body is barely moving. And now let your physical body find stillness and feel the energy continue to spiral within you toward your center, in. And let that movement find stillness. Now, if you had your back hand back on your sacrum like I did, go ahead and bring it forward. And that front hand that's on your abdomen, go ahead and bring it forward. And that spiral you just created may have created an image inside your mind. And if it did, great. If it didn't, great, that's fine. But imagine inside your mind where that spiral was, that it coalesces and becomes a ball, becomes a pearl, a small ball of light in your lower dantian. And so in your lower dantian, there is a ball of light inside you. And now imagine outside you, you're holding a ball of light in your hands. And just sense and feel what it feels like right now. We haven't been doing a lot of activations yet, so you can just kind of sense and feel what's here. And now, just play with your chi ball for a second. But what we're going to do is spine waves. And so I'm going to turn to the side just a little bit so you can see me. Perfect. So This inner ball inside that no one sees, that's really where everything is generating and originating from. So you bring your mind here, and what you're going to do is just play with this and discover how you're naturally going to discover it. Where you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, your hands come down, your pelvis comes forward. As you inhale, your hands rise, and then they gently float out as your pelvis goes back for a second. And then you exhale, your pelvis comes forward, your hands come down. That's a lot of words to say you're making a circle with your hands. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands float out and down. And when you're first starting it, it's a big jungle gym in your mind to be circling the ball in your dantian and the ball in your hands. But for some of you, you might be able to just do that. So if those of you can do that, circle the ball in your dantian and really just let your hands follow. For those of you that are getting acquainted with this for the first time, let your breath be the leader and let your hands follow. And we're just going to gradually spine wave. This is a soft undulation of your spine. And with a little bit of time, your undulations get a little bit bigger. Like you might breathe it and it comes up to your middle dantian and out. You're undulating, you're breathing and enlivening your spine. Now let your breath get bigger, let your hands get bigger, your circle get bigger, out through your upper dantian or out through the top of your head. Warming your body, loosening your body, lubricating your spine. Now let's make our circles a little bit smaller again in front of your dantian. And I'm going to turn and face you. And just to give ourselves some enlivening spine movements, when your hands naturally rise, and then when they naturally fall, let them fall. And then when they rise again, just turn your waist a little bit toward the corner. And then you just gently just shifted your body subtly. And now you're opening up a whole new aspect of your spine. So just explore this as a very soft, undulating spine wave. Beautiful. Just a few more times on this side. And the next time your hands float down, they're going to float toward the center. And when they naturally rise, you shift toward the other corner. Just a very soft, subtle shift. And you're opening up this whole other aspect of your spine. You're growing in a new way. Exploring a new option. New possibility. Discovering what's here. And just play with this movement. Your feet are rooted, top of your head is lifted, your spine is open and soft. Breath is soft. Now we're going to go ahead and let our spine wave slow down. The next time our hands come down, we'll come to center. And we'll let our spine wave go even slower and even smaller. and smaller until we come to a place of stillness. And just sense and feel your chi ball now. Just see what's here. Simply observe. There might be a different sensation. Okay. Let's go ahead and spread our feathers. Take your hands and press them down. And so your hands are activated. Top of your head is lifted. And actually your top of your head is lifted and your chin is tucked. And you have that like gorgeous double chin that you try to not show everybody, but there it is. And you notice when you do that and you press down, almost like you're pushing yourself out of a swimming pool, you feel these lines of tension activate. You feel this, your hands become alive, right? So taking a nice deep breath, inhaling, and then exhaling, and then just lowering your ear toward one shoulder. And exhale out that breath as you roll your chin toward your chest. And staying on that same side, inhaling, rolling your neck back and forth on that side. You exhale, your chin comes down. Inhale, your chin goes back. And find that line of tension, find that place. And breathe and soften that most active spot. Your breath is soft down in your abdomen. And this time when you exhale, roll your chin to your chest and inhale up the other side. Same thing, stay on this side. Back and forth with your breath, clearing the lines of tension. Last one. Let your chin roll down to your chest, and then when you inhale, rise up the middle and feel your arms as they want to rise. Now we're ready to do a beautiful practice called muscle tendon changing, who was brought to us. This practice was brought to us by Bodhidharma, the same master that taught us bone marrow washing that we practiced in the winter. This is a very different practice, but this is about muscles, more about tendons and about growth. So we're going to grow. So we're going to learn this, and each one of us is going to have our unique expression of how this feels good in our body. And we're going to do it in 3 different angles. And each time we do it, we build on it, right? We start off softer and more gentle, and then by the end, we're able to more express ourselves through our body. So just come back to your roots, soft knees. And now bring your hands, like the backs of your hands, toward each other. And let's just play with it before you totally synchronize your breath. But what you're going to do is when you inhale, your hands are going to rise up, your elbows are going to drop, and your hips are going to sink down just a little bit. As your elbows drop, now when you're ready to exhale, you're going to grow forward like your fingertips. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see my fingertips. My fingertips are going to grow forward like a branch in front of me. And as I grow forward, they're going to like start to spiral forward. And eventually my pinkies are going to come up. My elbows are going to come in, and the backs of between my shoulder blades will open. All right. I could go further, but I'm not going to go further just yet. I'm going to explore this. So now when I'm ready to inhale, I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to receive this energy in, And I'm going to spiral it back into me, draw the light in. And then as I exhale, I'm going to let my hands go down and I'm going to rise up. Right? Then I'm going to let the backs of my hands. Inhale, drop your elbows, fingers forward. And as you exhale, you're growing forward. And you just really find the way to open your spine and twist and coil. And then when you're ready, you're gonna spiral back, inhale back. And as you inhale back, you rise a little. And then when your hands go down, you rise the rest of the way. So you sink a little, drop your elbows, grow forward, sink more. Engage yourself, right? Muscle tendon changing. Okay, inhale, spiral, rise a little, rise the rest. One more time, rise, spiral, sink, grow forward. Inhale, pull it in, rise. Let's go now let's go a new way. We're gonna inhale, elbows are gonna drop, and now we're gonna grow out, grow out, grow out. Your palms, your pinkies grow up. You rise up. Your chest, I'm gonna step back. Your chest opens. You're like rising, your elbows are opening. Then when you're ready, you're gonna inhale and you're gonna coil it, draw it in slowly and sweetly, draw it in, receive it, collect it into your body. And then rise up, draw it in, drop your elbows, spiral out, rise to you. Well, I'm sinking and rising. Anyway, find what works for you. I guess I'm really sinking and opening. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, sinking. Inhaling, rising. Sink. Sink more. There you go. Sink more and open. Root more while you branch wider. Draw it in. Rise up. Now I guess I have to step back one more time because now we're growing up. Inhale. Drop your elbows. And now you're growing up. You're spiraling upwards as you're sinking and rooting down as you grow up. Your elbows are close to each other. Inhale, draw this energy and spiral it in and rise. Let's try that again. Hands rise, body sinks, elbows drop, fingertips grow toward the sky as your hips drop down. Inhale, rise all the way. Let's put them all together. We're going to inhale, grow forward. Even though you're growing forward, you have branches behind you, but you're growing forward. Receive that energy into your body. Send it down to your roots. Inhale, energy rises up to your roots. Now grow out. Send your branches out to the sides, spiraling, sinking your roots, opening your chest, opening your branches. Inhale, drawing that nourishment in. One more time. Now we're going to rise. We're going to grow up. Body sinks, elbows drop, fingers grow toward the sky, branches grow toward the sky as you root down. Inhale. Receive all that nourishment into your body. Beautiful. Bring your hands to low standing tree. Even though this is a power posture, let this be a rest. Come to your structure. Your weight is toward your heels. Your hips are soft. Your pelvic floor is soft. Your arms are round. Top of your head is lifted. There's a soft smile on your lips. Holding your structure, holding your form, holding your ground, holding your boundaries. This is integrity. This is power. This is love. This is being connected to all your sources. From here, tree sways in the wind. Holding this stance just like this, you're going to take a nice deep breath. And you're going to exhale. And in between the moment that you want to take your next inhale, go ahead and turn to one side. When you're ready to inhale, you're going to inhale. And you're going to draw energy up through the soles of your feet, up through the side of your body, all the way up to the top of your head. When you're ready to exhale, just before you exhale, turn back to center. Now when you exhale, open out through your canopy and let your hands spiral back down. When we're first learning it, we move slow, but ultimately we want to get one breath where we rise up. One inhale in, a space in between, one exhale as we open. You're going to find your own rate and rhythm. Holding your structure. This is called tree sways in the wind. Inhale. Bring in nourishment and green healing light up your liver channel, up through the top of your head. Open. Expand your mind, expand your creativity, expand your vision. Turn, inhale. As you inhale, you're rooted. You're receiving, transporting nourishment. Back to center, you are open, you are generous. You are kind. You are capable. Turn. Let's let this tree of life activation transmit its message to you in silence. I'm going to come back to the gate question. What ways do you need to be nourished? Which one of these sources do you need to connect to? The light, the breath, the water, the roots, the earth. Where do you need the nourishment the most? Your branches, your roots, your fruit. One more time on each side. Really feeling your roots and feeling this energy rise up through your trunk, up to the top of your head, and feel your canopy lift, open, and expand. Feeling all the seasons that trees go through, knowing right now these trees, we are in a growth phase. Feel this tree growing, strengthening, becoming resilient, preparing to bloom. And as your hands float down, go ahead and embrace the tree. That means it's like a hugging position. Again, your roots are deep, your weight is toward your heels, your pelvis is soft, your belly is soft, your breath is deep, your shoulders are dropped. The tree is holding you. Let this energy give you shape and structure. What is your shape? Your true shape, your true energy shape. As you're standing as a tree in your own home, connect now to the trees in your property and the land in which you live. Connect to the trees that speak to you from all over the world, from your travels. Connect to the symbolic tree of life within you. Connect to your sisters in the sacred grove. And we're about to go into a meditation, so you can gently let your hands float down and your feet come a little closer together, and bring your hands to your dantian. And if you want to bring your feet all the way together, you can, and then soften your knees and stay in that open, mindful, empty space, bringing your mind here. And you start to have this hollow reed-like feeling. This is called bamboo in the wind. And if you've been with bamboo, you know it grows fast. And it is incredibly flexible and pliable and very useful, even though it's empty. So allow the energy in your body and your mind and your spirit to just unwind, go where it needs to go. And then you can go ahead and remember that ball of light. Go ahead and just imagine that there's a ball of light there. And go ahead and make a circle, like you're rubbing it in. You're sealing that energy in. You're acknowledging it. You're sealing it in. You're saving it for later in your bio battery, your seed, your energy source. And when you're ready, I'd like you to have a seat, and I'm going to lead you on a meditation to go connect with the tree. Beautiful. So finding yourself in a comfortable position in your chair, feeling yourself feel supported, feeling yourself connecting with your breath. As you start to breathe in and out through your nose, and as you breathe, you turn your gaze inward and soften your eyes. And you start to notice your body, the subtle movements of your body with each breath. Noticing your rib cage and diaphragm move. And start to feel the form of your body, like the tree, the obvious form, the obvious manifestation. Now, inside your body is less obvious, but there's all kinds of interesting things happening. In the same way, inside the tree, all kinds of things are happening. Inside the tree, there's water, even though you don't see it. There's also fire. Fire and water coming together is what creates the wood to grow. Meaning the water is nourishing the wood, and the tree draws in the light from the sun. So just as the tree is a blend of fire and water, so is your body. A combination of fire and water, a combination of form and formlessness, of harmony of yin and yang. In this balance that's unique to you. And notice how the form and the formless energy is harmonized in your mind and your body. How you're simultaneously energized and relaxed. Your emotions are present and they're calm. And bring awareness to your breath as it moves like this gentle wave through your body. As you inhale from your belly, to your ribs, to your chest, and then from your chest to your ribs, to your belly. This effortless breathing supports our meditation practice. And so start to imagine that we are entering into your inner sanctuary, your inner garden. You've entered here so many times before. And as you enter this sacred space within you, you start to walk a path through your interior. This is your path. And it may wander through a garden, through mountains, by the ocean, through a forest, through a sacred grove of ancient trees, of living masters. This can be a forest that you've visited before. It could be your inner forest of your own creation. This sacred grove resides within you. And as you're walking on this path, you feel this sense of lightness in your body. And the language of your soul needs to feel and touch and taste the beauty that's around you. So you start to hear the birds and see the animals and the butterflies and hear the flowing water. And as you walk, you can feel each step on the earth. You can sense this gentle power within you as you confidently walk your path. You're connecting to all the elements, and you can see the streaming light through the trees. You feel the breeze on your skin and the aroma of the flowering bushes. All of this is uniquely designed to fit the resonance of your being. And in this extraordinarily beautiful place, you are feeling a connection to a particular tree. You can feel the symbol of the tree of life activating with you as this tree is calling you. This is a master of the forest. It can be any kind of tree, any size, any age. So you're simply feeling a resonance and a connection with this being. And this tree invites you to come and stay and sit for a while. And so you go ahead and you sit or stand with the tree. I invite you to sit with your back against the tree, against the trunk, nestled into the roots. And as you do, you feel your roots start to get activated. And when you're with this tree, you become aware of this. 'Beautiful' 'harmony' 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 'beautiful' 'har when you are reciprocating your breath with the tree. You're breathing in and breathing out together. You and the tree are breathing together. And you're breathing with all of life around you. And as you're breathing, your roots are activated and they gently start to descend deep into the earth, into the soil. And they mingle with this great teacher. And as your roots awaken, you can feel and sense the life under the soil, the power and the hidden in the underworld, in the womb of the Great Mother. And with your breath, you just simply receive and draw this wisdom and nourishment up into your roots, up into your trunk. And it just naturally, organically rises up and out through your branches, up to the top of your head. You are feeling this sense of aliveness. And just as your roots are descending downward, the top of your body, your canopy, your branches are starting to grow upward, up through your shoulders, up through your head, and connecting to the sunlight. You are being activated and pulled upward, awakened to the wisdom of life, to the impulse of creation. This energy is just naturally rising up through your spine. This vertical channel from your root to your crown, and above at the crown, at your canopy, as it opens, you can connect to the golden sunlight. This beautiful golden light awakening your baihui, the crown at the top of your head. And you can feel this golden light and starlight and sunlight and cosmic light start to enter your head, and it just naturally knows how to intelligently just navigate and fill your body as it pours down and in, all the way down from your crowns to your roots. You're simultaneously having energy going from crown to roots and roots to crown as you are breathing with the tree. As you're breathing with this tree, you recognize this tree as a great teacher, an alchemist, and a transformer. And this tree can take in all the stuff you release. It can take in the stress. It can take in the anxiety and the agitation, and it transforms it into abundance, into beauty, into kindness, into creativity, so generously. As you breathe in, as you take in a full inhale, you are breathing in the new, fresh energy. And as you exhale, you're releasing and letting go of the old energy. You are transforming in this very breath cycle. As you're breathing in, you're drawing in the energy you want to cultivate. And as you're exhaling out, you're letting go of what no longer serves you. Breathing in this lightness, this peace, this joy and relaxation. And breathing out the stress, the anger, the confusion. And it's all just composting to the earth. And feel how this tree is facilitating this for you. Feel how you can receive the influence of this tree. This tree is communing and communicating and transmitting a message for you. Trees are ancient and they have wisdom that we do not possess with our conscious minds. So as you sit with this tree, open yourself to receive the wisdom, to receive the gifts, the message, the energy that this tree wants to communicate with you. You might even ask the tree a question about your life, about what's current for you, anything you need guidance about. And breathing slowly and deeply with the tree, emptying out so you can receive the wisdom the tree so generously is offering you. And taking a few more deep breaths with this tree as you're receiving the gifts and the wisdom, and now you just naturally reciprocate your love, your gratitude and appreciation for the tree and for this experience. And you're feeling like it's time to be complete with this experience, and so you in your imagination, you find your feet and stand up and turn toward the tree and give it a hug, knowing you are eternally connected and you can return anytime. And as you turn back toward your path and start to return home, you are feeling connected to all the elements, to the cycles of life, to the tree of life. And as you're walking back through your forest, you're walking with a sense of confidence, with ease and grace, feeling loved, connected, and empowered. And you continue to walk back through your garden. With each step, you feel yourself returning to your body, to this present moment. And once you pass through the garden gates, now into the room you're in, feeling your body where it is, sitting on the chair, on the floor. sensing and feeling this time and space and present moment, feeling your breath, feeling your body naturally wanting to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, wanting to become fully present in this moment, and starting to open your eyes and stretching out. And while you're in this beautiful state, with the wisdom of the tree, I invite you to journal for a moment about what you received. And in a few moments, we'll come back together. And for now, I'm bowing us out and closing out this recording. And bowing to all of you, bowing to the tree of life, bowing to our teachers, teachers, and the teacher within. Thank you.